was supposed to purge her fever. Rajan, who read a lot, had never read of purging as a cure for fever. His sister hadn't eaten in weeks, and finally the little boy convinced his mother that Lali needed help. Fearfully, they brought her to Colombo. He was sure now that Faluda would save her. It would provide hydration, energy, and happiness in equal measure. Its milky pinkness would make her smile. He had been on his way to buy it from the tea house when he saw the monk undressing quietly on a side of the street. The monk wiped his shorn head again with his palm. Once more, it came away damp. He sat down on the pavement in the lotus position. To the little boy, the monk looked like Lord Buddha himself, who had found an answer to the suffering of mankind and shared it with the world. Their country was the keeper of that answer, an island citadel that protected the Buddha's ways and his wisdom. The monk began chanting slowly and clearly. Rajan couldn't understand the words, but he understood their tone. It was peaceful. The boy felt calm watching the monk close his eyes, oblivious to the gathering crowd. People were watching and whispering. People were always watching and whispering in the capital. Rajan had seen angry monks walking the streets shouting about something, anything. Usually it was about the British, but lately it was about the Tamils. The monks hated Tamils even more than they hated the British or the Muslims. The monk in front of him didn't seem angry, though. He was happy, sitting quietly on the pavement. Rajan wanted to talk to him, ask him what he was doing. He had opened a bottle of water and was pouring it on himself, as though he were bathing. Rajan's eyes started to sting. "You should stand back, son," the monk said to him as he smiled and rubbed his body with the water. The water. Something was wrong with the water. Rajan was about to speak when his father touched his shoulder. What was his father doing here? He was supposed to be with Lali at the hospital. They were all taking turns to sit with her. She never liked being alone, even though she was the eldest child. For the first and last time in his life, Rajan saw his father cry. He didn't say anything. There was no need. He looked for his mother and saw her crumpled on the ground, her mouth open with the cries trapped in her chest. She was beating herself, trying to free her voice. His father raised her up, and they began the slow journey back into the hospital. Behind them, Rajan heard screams. He turned around to see the young monk who had been meditating, naked and peaceful, still seated, still silent, but now glowing. People screamed as tall flames wrapped themselves around him, like an orange robe. Alavadi village, Jaffna province in the north of Ceylon, 1932. Before he went to sleep, Rajan prepared wood for the kitchen fire and dosa batter for breakfast. Appa liked to start the day with fermented pancakes. Lying in bed, he stared out of his window, unable to sleep. His mother used to sing him a lullaby. She called out to the moon, "Nilla, Nilla, run quickly. Don't stop until you reach the mountain peak. There are jasmines. They are fallen from heaven. Bring them back, Nilla, Nilla. They will help us sleep." He tried humming the lullaby quietly to himself. In the morning, he woke up at the same time as his father. Appa drew water from the well in the courtyard they shared with their cousins. Appa stood in his sarong and poured cold water over the little boy's head, 2 buckets every day. Then Appa bathed himself, leaving Rajan to make breakfast. Rajan's dosas were not as crispy as Amma's, but Appa said they were very tasty. Sometimes their neighbour, Auntie Savitri, brought over a bowl of potato curry to eat with the pancakes. She showed Rajan how to swirl the batter on the flat iron pan without burning himself. He tried to create the concentric layers of dosa, the way Appa liked it, a thick central moon orbited by thin, brittle rings. "Don't worry, Mohan. Your Amma..."